Hi, I'm Graeme, Chief Exec of SCMA. A lot has happened in Scotland since I spoke to you last week, and I wanted to update you again personally about recent developments. Unfortunately, it was a little bit confusing at the tail end of last week, as such was the pace of official statements and announcements regarding school closures and the cancellation of exams, that it was a little bit contradictory the extent to which childminding services in Scotland could remain open. In order to clarify this for childminders, I spoke personally to senior officials within the Scottish Government on Friday morning, and it was explicitly reaffirmed that at this time all childminding services in Scotland can remain open. Now that is both for existing families and also in the event that any of you are to get involved in providing emergency childcare for families of key workers. Now that position was reaffirmed in a letter from Marie Todd, the Minister for Children and Young People, which SCMA was asked to circulate to all members on Friday afternoon. I should stress that in keeping childminding open, new public health guidance is going to be developed to support that process. This guidance will be developed by the Scottish Government and the Chief Medical Officer, and SCMA will be invited to contribute to that. Until then, childminders should continue to refer to the guidance produced by Health Protection Scotland in the form of guidance for non-healthcare settings. Now, one of the first questions I've been asked is, there's an awareness that childminding settings have closed in England, so why are they still open in Scotland? Well, the important thing to realise is this is based on the very latest public health advice, which shows that the risk of transmission of the infection is much lower in a childminding setting than in other settings due to the small numbers involved. I should stress that the decision to remain open is entirely voluntary. There is no requirement to do so. But also, please, if any of you have pre-existing illnesses, please follow the advice for the wider population and self-isolate. Your health is more important at this time than keeping your business open. I would also say, please don't be confused by what's happening in England. Childminding is very much open in Scotland, it is open in Northern Ireland, and it is also open in Ireland at this time. Now, we've been taking a large volume of contact over the weekend about emergency childcare from members who are interested in becoming involved and wanting to know what the process is. Part of the challenge we have, if we're honest, is that the statement was made about emergency childcare before there was time for any of us to actually start planning, looking at the detail in terms of how this would happen. So it's not surprising that things are quite variable over the weekend. Some local authorities have already started to allocate emergency childcare places to key workers based entirely on their own provision and capacity, and childminders have not been included. Some other local authorities have contacted SCMA directly. They've made contact with their area staff and are very keen to match up local interest with childminders with demand in their area from key workers. In parallel to that, SCMA has also written to all local authorities in Scotland, offering our support through coordinating any way we can at this time. Clearly, some big questions remain unanswered, and one of those is even regarding funding. Is our understanding that local authorities have been given additional flexibility over the use of funds that were previously allocated for ELC, and that these funds can be used to support the provision of alternative childcare at this time. But we are trying to get clarity in terms of, will emergency childcare be funded? We've asked the Scottish Government for a national position on this, and hopefully we'll get one soon. Finally, we continue to receive a large volume of contact from yourself, from childminders who are very concerned about the potential loss of income at this time. Please be assured that we do take your concerns very, very seriously. Rather than repeat myself, I would refer you to a video I recorded last week where I was explaining a range of actions that we've taken as an organisation to provide clarity and to call for more funding for the self-employed. More recently, on Friday evening, the Chancellor of the Exchequer at a UK level announced that the UK government will underpin up to 80% of all employees' income in the UK. Now, that was a very significant announcement which has been well received, but it does only refer to employees. As an organisation, we believe there should be parity and equality of treatment and approach between the self-employed and employees. We are continuing with others to push and encourage government at Scottish and UK level to do more to support the self-employed. And I think it would be fair to say that since the Chancellor's statement was made on Friday evening, there's already been quite a lot of kickback. And I think it is anticipated that there will hopefully be further announcements at UK level in terms of what the government will do to support self-employed individuals like yourself. Please be assured we will continue to keep you updated. We do have your interests at our heart. Finally, we are continuing to update our FAQs section on our website. Please refer to that in the first instance. At the moment, we're receiving more calls than we can answer. There will be delays in getting through to us, but our FAQs pages are being updated regularly and contain the very latest advice from us. Stay safe. Thank you.